Hey guys, my name is Taya, and today I'm here to do another Walking Dead review. So I'd just like to say, first of all, I hope you guys had a wonderful Halloween. Myself did have a wonderful Halloween. That wasn't a sentence, but it's okay. And I'd just like to say, I'm probably going to say the word sketchy at least 50 times throughout this video. So bear with me. Okay, so starting the review, we have the scene where Beth wakes up in a hospital, very reminiscent to the very first issue of The Walking Dead / the very first episode when Rick wakes up in a hospital. But the thing I noticed is there is a working clock. That means electricity, right? And I was like, oh gosh, how and why, but mostly how. So they basically explain that since they saved Beth, that Beth owes them, they're selfish people. They want in return her labor as, you know, a form of payment for saving her. They want her to work. And as we go through the episode, or as Beth is walking through the hospital, we see that's a legit hospital. Like, I thought this was like, oh, this isn't legit. They don't have real hospital things and doctors and stuff. And I was like, wow, this is a legit hospital. After a while, Beth is introduced to a guy named Gorman. Now, immediately, I was like, Gorman is a sketch person. Like, I don't like the vibes he's giving off, and I don't like what he's saying to her. But he says everything costs something. And you know, that kind of made sense to me, because even now, I don't just get to go to the hospital and not have to pay. I have to pay to go to the hospital. Well, depending on which country you live in, let's be real here, Canada has free healthcare, but as an American, I go to the hospital, I have to pay. So he says everything costs something, which is really true. It does, but I still don't like him. Then we see Chris. You know, everybody hates Chris. We see him, I'm like, yes. I like him as an actor. I do not know his real name, but I like him as an actor. Whenever he's on screen, he's really funny, except for, you know, he wasn't like playing a comedic character in this episode. We see a scene with Beth giving the food to the doctor, and she says, and the doctor says he's bored, and she says, if you feel safe enough to feel bored, then you're lucky. I think that's a fantastic thing, because it's true. In the apocalypse, you're lucky if you're bored. If you remember back to season 3 when, season 4, excuse me, when Lily, the governor's girlfriend, before, like, when he was being not evil, she said, no one told me how boring the end of the world is, and she was in a lucky environment. She didn't have to deal with walkers yet. So if you're bored in the apocalypse, you're lucky. You're lucky that you're bored. I'm guessing that's a feeling that they miss, is boredom. In that scene, I'm just like, the doctor is hella sketchy, like, sketch bruh. And then the lady, I think her name is Joan. I'm not going to use that name throughout the video, because if her name isn't Joe, I'm going to look real stupid. But she, like, slaps Beth so hard that her stitch is ripped. I was like, wow. We see that the doctor is willing to spend resources to help heal Beth. He, like, patches up her stitching that the lady tore when she slapped her. And I was like, why are you willing to spend resources? Again, hella sketched out, but whatever. The scene with Beth helping that lady, I forget her name, was really, really weird. Beth, like, was traumatized by helping her. Then we see Noah, aka Chris, having a conversation with Beth, you know, blah blah, they're talking and stuff, and he's the one who gave her the sucker and everything. But then we see a scene with Beth talking to the lady that I think is named Joan, and she's basically like, I'm giving you food, I'm giving you clothes, I'm giving you a place to sleep. When has that ever been free? Which again is true. None of the stuff Beth is receiving has ever been free, so why should she get it for free? I see the logic in these people, like, in what they're doing. It's just that the fact that Beth never asked. See, when I go to the doctor, that's me making a conscious, like, decision to go to the doctor, so I have to pay for it. Me just getting picked up by a doctor randomly and having to pay isn't the same because I didn't decide to go there. No one decided to take me there. They took me. But again, I do see where they're coming from. Again, really sketched out by that conversation. Then we see the scene where Gorman is like trying to shove the sucker into Beth's mouth. That made me so uncomfortable to watch as a teenage girl. Made me real uncomfortable. Oh, I didn't like that scene. I was cringing. So the doctor takes Beth to a place and shows them that they're hoarding walkers. Kind of missed why. I was kind of zoned out because I was on Tumblr, let's be real here. But I was like, wow. And then he takes Beth to the roof and starts talking about the beginning of the apocalypse and what happened there. And I really enjoyed that scene because you don't get to see people's story at the beginning of the apocalypse too much anymore, so I enjoyed hearing what other people had to go through at the beginning. After they were done having their conversation, the doctor tells Beth to go give the guy his medicine, and Beth gave him the wrong medicine, in which Noah decides to sacrifice himself and say he made a mistake, and he gets beaten for it, and the doctor's just like, oh, you gave him this medicine, you weren't supposed to. And while he was getting beaten, Beth starts crying and screaming. I'm like, oh, my heart. That's some real emotions they're displaying there. I thought I came to this show to see some dead fools get killed, but ooh, I was like, ow, my feels. Then we have the greater good speech, and you know, basically the lady thinks that someone's coming to save them when no one is, in fact, which I'm like, this lady's crazy. We have the scene where Noah and Beth are talking, and Beth like tries to touch his wounds, and he's like, oh no, I'm fine, girl. I shipped them. I shipped them after this episode. They were cute together. I've been waiting for someone to be with Beth. Like, I don't ship Daryl and Beth because Daryl is like 30 years older than Beth's character, and that's just really weird. I'm sorry, but it's weird. I ship Noah and Beth. I'm sure a lot of people do after this episode, but they plan to escape, and I was like, yes. You need to get out of this place. It's not good. When Beth goes to search for the little key, she sees the lady that they saved on the ground and she's dead. I'm like, oh, that's real unfortunate. But then something even more unfortunate happens. What's his name? Gorman, he walks in and I was like, no. I literally fell off the bed. I was like, no, why? And he's like, oh, I won't tell her if you do something for me. And I was like, no. But then Beth looked down and she saw the lady move her fingers. I'm like, oh, yep, girl, get it. And she kind of fakes him out, leaves him for dead. And it's funny because he's like, oh, you're weak. Frickin' leaves him to die, to get eaten. That's what you get, Gorman. So we see the scene where they actually start to make their escape. And Noah gets attacked, and that scared me so badly. It's like I've never seen a walker in The Walking Dead. That literally scared me. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna die. But he didn't die. And they fall down there, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, it must smell horrible. I mean, think about it. Those are like what look to be like at least like 30 dead bodies. Oh, it must have smelled horrible. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're used to it, but ugh. So the scene with Beth shooting all the walkers outside, that was the best scene I've ever witnessed in my lifetime. Ooh, the cinematic shots in this show got me like, Noah escapes and Beth doesn't. I was like, oh, I hope he comes back for Beth. So the lady was basically like, what were you thinking? And, you know, they talk. The talk was real intense. Then they look down at a picture with her and what looked to be like her husband, and she just looks back up and beats her down. Beats Beth. I was like, no, poor Beth. Beth somehow figured out that the doctor made her kill that guy. I really don't know how she came to that conclusion, but whatever. So Beth was gonna kill the doctor. I'm not sure why, but she was about to kill him. So the last scene is the most important scene of this whole entire episode. Actually, I don't even know why I said that, but Beth sees Carol, and I'm like, OMG, so that means in freaking episode 3, the person who Daryl pulls out of the bushes, it has to be Noah. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna help save his girl. Like, yes, I ship them, I ship them, I ship it, I ship it. Did I mention I ship it? So there you have it, folks. That's me talking about The Walking Dead. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Especially, like, give it a thumbs up. It doesn't hurt, and it'll only help. So, I mean, if you enjoyed, then why not give it a thumbs up? I mean, it's a nice thing to do. I mean, you don't have to though. You don't have to. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but make sure to check out the links down below to my YouNow Tumblr and Twitter, especially Tumblr, because that's where you'll see me talking about the show the most. Yeah, and I guess I have nothing else to say. Really good episode. Oh yeah, I forgot. Character of the episode is Beth, obviously. Queen Beth, and the quote of the episode is, "If you feel safe enough to feel bored, you're lucky." I think that was a really good quote said by Beth, which is very true. Like I said in the apocalypse, if you feel bored, you're lucky. So yeah, there you have it. Do I have anything else to say? No, I don't. So anyways, I hope you have a good night, day, morning, whatever you're experiencing right now. And I'll see you in the next video. So, yeah. See you later, alligator.